guest. She hails from New York, okay, but resides in Miami. Now let's welcome Queen of Radio and Media Personality, K.Foxx.
Well, thank you for calling me the Queen of Radio. I appreciate that, Nikki. And thank
No,
you for
you
having me
are.
on. I appreciate you.
And you got a story, and representation matters.
Yes.
We're gonna get into that. So before you became a media personality, you were a professional dancer. Not on
Well,
the pole, but tell us about that experience.
Well, I grew up in the arts. I grew up acting, singing, dancing. And so I wanted to be a professional dancer. I went to the School of Professional Performing Arts. And my goal, I thought I was going to be a background dancer for Janet Jackson, for Madonna, for Lady Gaga, for all these people, right? But I fell in love with radio. But I did grow up dancing. I studied with Alvin Ailey. And that was an amazing experience. It taught me discipline. It taught me just how to win. And it taught me don't ever give up. I'm in that dance studio with the best of them, 5, 6, 7, 8, and do it. So it really helped me develop as an artist mentally. And it really taught me how to bet on myself and also eating habits and diet and just, as women now and how to function and, and how to eat right, especially as a dancer growing up. So I was not professionally dancing per se, but that is my foundation. My mom taught African dance class growing up. I literally came out of the womb dancing to the beat of the African drum. And
Yeah.
she was an African dancer. And so, yeah, dancing is definitely my first love.
Well, shout out to your mother. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's where it comes from. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I read your bio. You're from New York. You
From
can
New York, Hell's
little
Kitchen,
twang.
stand up, yes, every day, all day. But
Right.
Miami has my heart. I went to school in North Carolina, Shaw University. Big ups to the Show You Bears. Big ups to HBCU. Very important to represent. But I got an opportunity to come down here. I started radio in North Carolina, actually, at WQOK. And then one of my friends lived here and she went to fashion school here. And we would come down here on vacation, like during spring break. And I was like, if I could find a job in radio in Miami, it's set. And that's actually what ended up happening. I went to a live broadcast that 99 James was doing at the time at the Royal Palm Hotel. It was Black owned back in the day. And then I met Derek Baker and said Hollywood, and they gave me an opportunity. Shouts out to Jerry Russian, and boom.
And now you're here. Now
Yes,
you're here.
yeah.
So so it's 2024. I don't know
Yes.
what year that was that you actually auditioned or interviewed, at that time, but how is it different as far as being a radio personality back then versus now?
I grew up in radio. I had an internship, so I learned everything. I learned how to cut a commercial, run the board, anything you needed me to do, I made sure that I could do it. I think now there's so many outlets that everybody has an opportunity to do it, but they're not taught responsibility. And I think that when you have a platform, you have to be very careful about what you're spreading into the airwaves across media. You have to be very careful with, what's out there, what you're putting out there. So I think now people are way more careless with information. And I went to school for media, so we're very cautious and we're very particular about your credibility. It matters. So I think that's the difference now with
Yeah.
journalism and everybody kind of having that platform and being careless with it.
Girl, social media is a whole sewer. Okay.
Yes, it
Um
is.
it
So,
is a big sewer of
yeah.
sewer is. So your big break was hosting South Florida's #1 radio show, The Takeover, with world-renowned DJ Khaled. So what was it like co-hosting with him?
Well, every day was a new day. It was definitely an experience. I'll say that he is a marketing genius. But one thing that I did learn from him was never accept no.
Mhm.
Knock down all the doors, and we made that show work. It was #1. There was a lot of opportunities and videos that we shot together. We made history with that show. We put on a lot of artists, Rick Ross, Flo Rida, Pitbull. I mean, a lot of people came through that show.
I was tuning in. I listened. Yeah, I tuned in.
Yeah, we broke a lot of artists. So one thing that we never did was give up. So it gave us stick to itiveness, like, so it was a time in music, especially in Miami radio, where we were that sound. It was just a whole different resurgence of sound that was happening in that time from what 2003 to 2009.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell Miami nothing. So there was definitely a magical time happening in the Magic City.
Yeah, yeah, and I was there to experience it.
Yeah.
And again, fast forward. So, what is your based on your experience and what's happening now, as far as the evolution of terrestrial traditional radio versus streaming? Do you see it as like a competition or evolving into the future? Like, what's your take on streaming versus traditional radio?
Well, you know what? It's definitely evolving. You can't stop technology. I think that now people have an access. It's the people. You can get whatever you want at any given time. So I love it. But now you can just tune in and you can kind of like have your music, have your podcast a la carte. You have to go with the times, and that's where we are. You can't stop evolution, and
Yeah.
that's just what it is. And it's definitely not competition, but radio is always going to be free, and it's always going to be about the community. When you go to Houston, you're going to hear what's going on locally. When you go to New York, you're going to hear what's going on locally. When you come to Miami, you're going to hear what's going on the grounds. How can we serve the community? And that's really what radio is about, and that's really why radio started, especially Black radio. So I think that that's the difference. When you are on the grounds and you go somewhere, you're about the community and hearing what artists are playing. You're hearing what's happening in the community.
So give us a plug. So you're the radio personality, media personality for WEDR 99 Jams. So
Yeah.
like plug us up. How can we listen to it, stream it, all of that?
Of course. I mean, 99.1, go download the app. But the thing about it is that 99 Jams definitely gave me my roots, and so did WQOK. But I also worked in New York City. I also worked in Philly. I did morning show radio. So, I mean, it's well versed. And I think that every aspect of it made me who I am today. So all of it, all of my experiences in radio, everywhere that I went, definitely made me where I am today and brought me back to 99 Jams, actually, because I was at 99. Then I went to New York. Then I went to Philly. Then I came back to Miami. And then I've been all over the place, but here I am back where my first love is, here in Miami. So
Girl, you love the
99,
palm
download
trees,
the app. It's everywhere. We global.
global palm trees, beaches, sun,
All of it.
you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Diversity, Caribbean, all of that. So we
Yes.
love you down here.
Thank you.
Now you can now add cover girl to your resume.
Yeah, you know what? That actually happened when I was doing a morning show radio in Philly. And shouts out to Marilyn Bell. We connected, and she had been doing magazines for a long time, and she wanted to revamp her magazine, Evolution, her magazine. Let me make sure that I get this right so I can hold on one second.
Yeah.
Evolving beauty and elegance. And so that's what she wanted to represent. And she said, you know what? I would love for you to be the cover girl for my magazine. And I said, I would love to be the cover girl for your magazine. And big ups to Deborah. She was one of the stylists, the makeup artists, the hair. We all came together like Voltron, and we made her vision work. So I would just want to thank her for entrusting in me to make me a cover girl. I can say that happened in my lifetime. So Marilyn Bell, thank you so much. And that happened while I was doing morning radio while I was in Philly. So
It is so
I
that
love women supporting women.
so that took place in Philly. That photo shoot took place in Philly.
That we actually did that in Brooklyn.
Okay, I
My
got you.
connection was in Philly. That's where we met, but we took the photos in Brooklyn. Yeah, so that rooftop, the when I was like all
Was
dramatic like that was on a rooftop in Brooklyn,
in
actually.
Brooklyn, yes. So how can we get copies? Where is it distributed?
You know what? It's online, ebemagazine.com. You can
Okay.
still go ahead, and it's a digital magazine. So yeah,
Perfect.
EBE magazine.
Perfect. So like were you nervous? Like how like were you like, oh my God, I have to like get in
No,
model?
I was ready for it. I stayed ready, so I don't have to get ready. I was ready for it. I was like, you know what?
Perfect.
Manifestation is crazy, because I was like, you know what? I was thinking in my mind, I need to be on a cover of a magazine. And a month later, I met Marilyn Bell, and she said, I want you to be on the cover of a
Your
magazine.
magazine. It's very powerful.
I was like, yes, we're on the same wavelength. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how it happens.
So what is next for K.Foxx? What's
You
coming up
know
next?
what? I'm Women supporting women is so important, especially women of color. It is our time to shine. Our voices have been drowned out for such a long time. You know what? I received the Women in Media Award. Shouts out to Diva. She has been doing this award show since 2016, and it's just gotten bigger. I mean, it's gotten bigger and bigger. Bigger. She's had honorees like Remy Ma, Lisa Ray, MC Lights. I mean, and I was awarded Women in Media Award, so I'm so happy about that. And usually I would host the award show, but this time I got honored, and it was just amazing. You know, my mom came down for it, my niece came down for it. So it's so important for our people, our family members to be a part of that and get all that energy. So I'm so happy about that. So thank you, Diva, for giving me that opportunity. I really appreciate you and bringing the Glitz and Girl Power Award show each and every single year and empowering women.
And that's so beautiful. And it you must feel so great about like your journey, your experiences, and to where you are right now. And that is one accolade that you can add to your life's journey. So congrats on that.
Thank you
So
so
how
much.
can we find you and tune in? Like what's coming up next? Like tune us in.
Well, you know what? I'm also a media coach. So if there's any artists out there that need artist development, because that is a lost art at this time, big ups to my mentor, Deanna Williams, who's one of the co-founders of Black Music Month. I actually met her when I was in Philly doing radio as well. So that's one of my Philly connections. Brotherly love and sisterly affection. She came up with that term. But yes, media coaching is also something that I do. But you can follow me at The Real K.Foxx with two X's on Instagram, X, aka Twitter, whatever. And yeah,
Right.
connect. Let's connect. Let's and then also listen on 99 Jams, 99.1.
All right. Well, Queen of Radio, media personality, K.Foxx, thank you so much. It's
And
such a
thank you for this
pleasure.
platform. We appreciate you. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
of
Yeah.
course. And I love to like big up our women of color in media. I'm really big on that. We don't see a lot of us in that, a field. So thank you so much. I love you still got your little like New York twang, you know what I'm saying? When you speak, I still hear it. But we love to have you down here in Miami. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.